Hello, everyone. Welcome back to English Vibes Blue. I'm Lisa, and today we're going to practice auditor interview questions.
And I'm David. Auditing is all about accuracy, attention to detail, and integrity. Employers want candidates who can analyze financial records carefully, identify risks, and ensure compliance with regulations.
In this video, we'll guide you through common auditor interview questions and teach you how to respond naturally and professionally, whether you're talking about auditor experience, reporting findings, or problem solving.
Questions like, can you describe your auditing experience? How do you ensure accuracy in financial reports? Or tell me about a time you identified a compliance issue are very common. We'll show you how to respond naturally and professionally.
Grab a notebook and get ready to practice English phrases that highlight your skills, integrity, and attention to detail. These phrases will help you stand out in interviews and communicate your expertise clearly. Let's get started and make your auditor interview shine. Welcome back. In this chapter, we'll focus on how to describe your auditing experience confidently in English. Interviewers want to know that you have practical experience in auditing financial statements, identifying discrepancies, and ensuring compliance.
Exactly. When an interviewer asks, can you describe your auditing experience or tell me about your previous role as an auditor, they want specific examples of your work, responsibilities, and results.
A strong answer should include your role, main tasks, tools used, and impact. For example, in my previous role as an internal auditor at a manufacturing company, I reviewed monthly financial statements, conducted compliance checks, and reconciled accounts. I used Excel and SAP to identify discrepancies and prepared detailed reports for management. My work reduced errors by 15% and ensured adherence to internal policies.
Perfect. This highlights tasks, tools, and measurable results. Notice how it also shows accuracy and integrity, which are crucial for auditors.
You can also mention collaboration with teams or departments. I worked closely with the finance and operations teams to analyze variances and recommend corrective actions. This collaboration improved reporting accuracy and helped management make better decisions.
When talking about audit experience, use action-oriented phrases like, I reviewed accounts, I identified discrepancies, I implemented solutions, and I ensured compliance. These phrases make your answer clear and professional.
Another tip is to mention audit tools and software you're familiar with. I am proficient in SAP, QuickBooks, and Excel pivot tables, which I regularly use to analyze transactions and prepare audit reports efficiently.
You can also highlight problem-solving examples to stand out. During a quarterly review, I discovered inconsistencies in vendor invoices. I investigated the issue, coordinated with the procurement team, and corrected the errors, ensuring accurate reporting and compliance.
Key takeaways for talking about audit experience. 1. Clearly describe your role and responsibilities. 2. Highlight tools, software, and techniques used. 3. Include measurable outcomes or improvements. 4. Mention collaboration with teams or departments. 5. Use action-oriented, professional language. 6. Share problem-solving examples to show initiative.
By practicing these strategies, you'll be able to talk confidently about your auditing experience and demonstrate that you're reliable, detail-oriented, and committed to integrity. Next, we'll learn how to explain audit findings and reports clearly so you can impress your interviewer with both accuracy and communication skills.
Welcome back. In this chapter, we'll focus on how to explain your audit findings and reports clearly in English. Interviewers want auditors who can communicate results accurately, highlight key issues, and provide actionable recommendations.
Exactly. Questions like, how do you present audit findings, or can you explain a report to management are very common. Your answer should show that you can interpret financial data and communicate it in a professional and understandable way.
Start by structuring your explanation. First, summarize the scope of the audit. In this audit, I reviewed the company's monthly financial statements, internal controls, and compliance with company policies and regulations.
Perfect. Next, highlight key findings, focusing on accuracy and relevance. I noticed discrepancies in the accounts payable ledger. Several invoices were recorded twice, which could have led to overpayments. I also identified delayed expense reports that affected cash flow projections.
Then, explain your analysis and interpretation. I analyzed trends over 3 months, cross-checked supporting documents, and compared actuals with budgets. This helped me identify inconsistencies and determine the impact on financial reporting.
Finally, provide recommendations or corrective actions. I recommended implementing an automated invoice tracking system, training staff on timely expense submissions, and performing monthly reconciliations to prevent similar issues.
Use professional phrases to sound confident. I identified, I analyzed, I recommended, and I presented findings to management. This shows you can communicate professionally to stakeholders.
Remember to quantify results when possible. By implementing these measures, the team reduced errors by 20% and improved the monthly closing process by 2 days.
Also, simplify technical jargon for non-financial audiences. Instead of saying variance analysis showed discrepancies, I explained we noticed some invoices were duplicated, so we corrected them to maintain accurate financial records.
Key takeaways for explaining audit findings and reports: 1. Start with the scope of the audit. 2. Highlight key findings clearly. 3. Explain your analysis and interpretation. 4. Provide actionable recommendations. 5. Quantify results whenever possible. 6. Simplify technical language for non-financial stakeholders.
By practicing these strategies, you'll show interviewers that you can analyze audit data, communicate insights clearly, and offer practical solutions, which is essential for any auditor. Next, we'll explore demonstrating problem-solving and compliance skills during your auditor interview, so you'll be ready for tricky questions. Welcome back. In this chapter, we'll focus on how to demonstrate problem-solving and compliance skills during an auditor interview. Employers want auditors who can identify issues, follow regulations, and implement solutions effectively.
Exactly. Common questions include, tell me about a time you solved an audit problem, or how do you ensure compliance with regulations? Your answers should showcase analytical thinking, attention to detail, and integrity.
A strong answer follows a clear structure: situation, task, action, result. For example, during a quarterly review, I noticed discrepancies in vendor invoices. I investigated the issue by checking supporting documents, reconciled accounts, and identified duplicated entries. I then implemented a verification process to prevent future errors, which improved reporting accuracy by 15%.
Perfect. This response highlights problem identification, corrective action, and measurable results, which demonstrates both problem-solving and compliance skills.
You can also highlight your knowledge of audit regulations and standards. I ensure all reports comply with GAAP and internal policies. During a recent audit, I verified transactions and documentation meticulously, which allowed the team to pass the audit without any issues.
Remember to emphasize collaboration. Working with other teams shows you can solve problems proactively and diplomatically. I collaborated with the finance and operations teams to trace missing invoices and implemented a tracking system that reduced future discrepancies.
Use professional phrases like, I identified discrepancies, I implemented corrective measures, and I ensured compliance with internal and regulatory standards. These phrases convey professionalism and reliability.
Also mention preventative actions, not just reactive solutions. I noticed reoccurring errors in monthly expense reports, so I developed a checklist and trained staff. This reduced errors by 20% and improved overall efficiency.
Key takeaways for demonstrating problem-solving and compliance skills. 1. Clearly describe the problem or challenge. 2. Explain your step-by-step approach. 3. Highlight tools, methods, or processes used. 4. Emphasize adherence to standards and regulations. 5. Show collaboration with colleagues. 6. Include measurable results or improvements.
By practicing these strategies, you'll show interviewers that you can handle audit challenges responsibly and professionally. Employers want auditors who think critically and maintain high standards of integrity. Next, we'll cover handling complex audit scenarios, so you'll be ready for any tricky questions that come your way.
Welcome back. In this chapter, we'll focus on how to handle complex audit scenarios during interviews. Employers want auditors who can tackle difficult problems, stay calm under pressure, and maintain accuracy and integrity.
Exactly. Interviewers often ask questions like, how would you handle discovering fraud? Or, tell me about a complex audit you managed. Your answers should demonstrate critical thinking, problem solving, and adherence to regulations.
When approaching complex scenarios, structure your answer clearly. Situation, task, action, result. For example, during an audit of vendor payments, I noticed several unusual transactions. I reviewed supporting documents, cross-checked accounts, and found a case of duplicate payments. I reported my findings to management and worked with the team to implement a verification process which prevented future errors.
Perfect. This response shows analytical skills, action, and measurable results. Employers want auditors who can resolve issues without compromising integrity.
Another scenario could involve compliance challenges. While auditing expense reports, I identified missing documentation and late approvals. I collaborated with department heads to clarify policies and ensured all transactions met company standards, maintaining compliance and transparency.
When explaining complex audits, highlight your methods and tools. I used Excel pivot tables, SAP reports, and reconciliation techniques to analyze anomalies and verify financial accuracy.
Also, show proactive problem solving. I noticed recurring errors in payroll entries. I created a checklist and trained the HR team on compliance procedures, reducing errors by 20% in the next quarter.
Use professional phrases like, I identified discrepancies, I implemented corrective measures, I ensured compliance, and I collaborated with teams to convey expertise and reliability.
Key takeaways for handling complex audit scenarios. 1. Stay calm and structured. 2. Clearly describe the problem or challenge. 3. Explain your step-by-step solution. 4. Emphasize compliance with standards. 5. Highlight collaboration and communication. 6. Quantify results when possible.
By mastering these strategies, you'll show interviewers that you can tackle difficult audit challenges with confidence, accuracy, and integrity. Next, we'll learn how to end your auditor interviews strongly, showcasing your personal brand and professional integrity to leave a lasting impression.
Welcome to the final chapter. Now we'll focus on how to end your auditor interview on a strong and professional note. This is your chance to leave a lasting impression, emphasizing your personal brand, accuracy, and integrity.
Exactly. Interviewers often ask closing questions like, why should we hire you? Or, do you have any final thoughts? Your answers should summarize your skills, experience, and commitment to ethical auditing practices.
Welcome to the final chapter. Now we'll focus on how to end your auditor interview on a strong and professional note. This is your chance to leave a lasting impression, emphasizing your personal brand, accuracy, and integrity.
Exactly. Interviewers often ask closing questions like, why should we hire you? Or, do you have any final thoughts? Your answers should summarize your skills, experience, and commitment to ethical auditing practices.
Start by confidently highlighting your core strengths and achievements. I have experience auditing financial statements, ensuring compliance with company policies, and identifying discrepancies. My work has consistently reduced errors, improved reporting accuracy, and supported management in making informed decisions.
Perfect. This reinforces your personal brand as a precise, reliable, and results-driven auditor.
Next, explain your approach to challenges and compliance. I approach auditing methodically, reviewing data carefully, verifying discrepancies, and implementing corrective measures to maintain accurate reporting and regulatory compliance.
Also, express enthusiasm for the role and company. I admire your company's commitment to transparency and ethical financial practices, and I would be excited to contribute my skills to maintain accurate and reliable reporting.
Highlight your analytical mindset and teamwork. I am known for my attention to detail, proactive communication, and collaboration with teams to improve financial processes and resolve audit issues efficiently.
Don't forget the importance of follow-up. Sending a polite thank you email reinforces professionalism. Thank you for the opportunity to discuss my experience. I look forward to contributing to your team and maintaining high standards of auditing excellence.
Use confident body language during the interview. Maintain eye contact, sit upright, and smile. These nonverbal cues reinforce your professionalism and approachability.
Key takeaways for ending strong in an audit interview. 1. Summarize your auditing experience and core skills. 2. Highlight problem-solving and compliance approach. 3. Express enthusiasm for the company and role. 4. Showcase personal brand traits like reliability, integrity, attention to detail. 5. Follow up professionally after the interview. 6. Maintain confident and positive body language.
By practicing these strategies, you'll leave a lasting impression, showing interviewers that you're capable, professional, and committed to accurate and ethical auditing. Thanks for watching English Vibes Blue. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Comment below, what's your proudest achievement as an auditor? Stay confident, keep practicing, and we'll see you in the next video.